20-year-old Jacob Trossman of Toronto was dealt a terrible hand in life. Jacob is afflicted with a rare disease known as PMD. As such, he's confined to a wheelchair. Jacob is a bright kid, and he's under-challenged at his school, Sunnyview. So last year, Jacob's mother, Marcy White, arranged to have Jacob attend Elkhorn Public School. He was exposed to various disciplines there, including French, music, and art. He was intellectually challenged and socially integrated. But after a newspaper story was published about Jacob's progress, certain educrats at the Toronto District School Board inexplicably took exception. Evidently, these co-parents, as they like to call themselves, don't like the idea of students going to different schools if the real parents choose to send them there. So even though Jacob wants to go to Elkhorn, and his parents want him to go to Elkhorn, and Jacob's teacher and principal want him to go to Elkhorn, and his classmates want him to go to Elkhorn, then what, pray tell, is the stumbling block? Well, step forward, Donna Kwan. Apparently, according to Kwan, who is the academic deputy director at the TDSB, a child can indeed switch schools, although the new school cannot be the parent's choice, even though apparently no such official policy exists in writing. In fact, the TDSB does have a policy of providing maximum opportunities to students, quote, particularly those persons with disabilities whose voices traditionally and systemically have been marginalized and excluded, end quote. So what gives? Well, as Kwan won't return our calls, but here's some video footage of the great educrat in action.
Academies are operated by the parents. They have a voice. When I say they come to us and build with us, and we come to them and build with them, they share with us what they feel is important in terms of their learning. Each other's communities together.
Did Donna Kwan say parents have a voice? Oh, it's true, folks, although Kwan apparently ignores those voices if they are not simpatico with their own. Let's listen a little more, shall we?
Our superintendent, that they have a voice in their child's education pathways. Identify where they can make a decision. Identify how they can get information. Support them in that decision making and make them feel comfortable. Sometimes it's not a formal sit-down type of school council meeting. It could be a drop-in tea. It could be a weekend activity. I would say engaging parents involves a lot of informal dialogue. It involves working the playground, working the hallways, going out to the community, to the mosque.
Going out to the mosque? Again, the TDSB shows its obsession with all things Islam, and really, this is Jacob's problem. You see, folks, if Jacob were Muslim, well, he'd be accommodated at one of the TDSB's gender apartheid mosqueterias. If Jacob were black, he'd be accommodated at the TDSB's Afrocentric school. But in Kwan's eyes, Jacob is apparently just another privileged white kid who doesn't deserve a break. And for being such an inexplicably mean-spirited educrat, Donna Kwan is our straight-A moron of the morning.